Can you use one interior and create many covers or many books? Well, the answer is yes, but also a big no. So if you want to make sure your account is safe and you don't get a ban from your KDP account, then make sure you do watch the whole video. Now, if you've not been here before, my name's Marles. I do videos on how to make it, keep it, grow it, and that's your money I'm talking about. So if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you smash that notification bell to receive notification of when I produce more videos like this, and also make sure your notifications are turned on. Okay, so this is a question I probably get asked the most, and that is, if I have one interior, or if I create one interior or buy one interior, can I create many covers or many books? Well, there are three scenarios. And the last one is probably the most serious one that could potentially get your KDP account banned. So it's important that you do watch the whole video to learn when it's okay to create many covers and when it's definitely not. So let's look at the first case scenario, and that is the blank lined journal or notebook. And these are the books that just have the plain lined interiors. Now, these can cover many niches. They can be humorous, they can be appreciation gifts like teacher appreciation gifts or appreciation gifts for coaches. They can be gifts for relatives, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, son, daughter, that type of thing. And they can have, because of that, many different types of covers. And commonly you'll see these, they often may have quotes on the front, funny sayings, or graphics just related to the target niche. So in this case, yes, it's absolutely fine to create many covers with just that one particular interior, because these types of books do cover so many different areas, so many different niches. And even say within a niche like, for example, the Christmas holiday period, you could create a dozen or more different books, each with a different saying on the front or targeting a different audience. So in that case, it's absolutely fine. And I think we'd be pretty stuck if we could only, create one blank line journal. And in fact, I think on my account, I've got about 450 of these, because these were the books that I first started creating. And that was before I got onto the logbook type books, which are my best sellers. Now, just as a side note, if you are new to this and you're starting out and thinking about creating these books, then on my Gumroad shop, I do have a free lined interior. This is a 120-page PDF download, which you can just download to your computer and upload as is to the Amazon KDP platform, and create as many of these, what they call no content books, as you like. So let's now look at the second case scenario. And this is more of a grey area, and that is the low content books. Now, in this I include things like log books, graph paper books, grid paper, journals, dot grid journals, music manuscript journals, all those types of things. Also things like business type logbooks, mileage logbooks, accountancy logbooks. They all come under this sort of low content book area. Now, some of these I would say, yes, it's okay to create or use multiple different types of covers, and some I would say, no, it's not. Now, in the area where I'd say, yes, it's okay, would be something like the sports logbook, or say a sports playbook, or that type of thing, a training log, that type of thing. Now, I've got quite a few of these on my account. So in that case, you've got the same interior, but you could create multiple different covers targeting a different sport. So you might have one for soccer, one for football, one for tennis, one for athletics, triathlon, that type of thing. So yes, in that case, it would be absolutely fine to use the same interior but create different books. Now, what I would recommend doing in that case, though, even though it's the same interior, is just modifying the interior slightly to make it applicable to that particular sport, even if it's just, you know, the front cover or the heading on each page, you know, say it was a tennis one, something tennis related, that type of thing. Now you could also do this if a particular niche did have different target audiences. Now I'm going to use Mileage Logbook for this because this is a good example where it's okay to do it and it's what I think is is not okay to do it. So if we were to look at the Mileage Logbook, now you could do one that targets car drivers, one that targets taxi drivers, one that targets say lorry drivers, and maybe even one that targets motorcyclists. So you could use the same interior but do maybe 4 different books targeting each of those. The problem comes, and I've seen this in the Mileage Logbook niche, for example, is where you have the same interior but you create 50, 100, 200 different covers with that same interior. And what's happening is you're trying to throw shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. Now, this is an example where someone's not overly confident on their keyword selection or overly confident on their book cover designs, or they just want to create so many hoping that one of those will sell or they'll get 1 or 2 sales from each of these books. Now, essentially, this is what I call spam. And, you know, we're seeing more and more of this at the moment. As more people get into this business and more people want to try and make money quickly. You know, I'm seeing more and more of this now when I go to Amazon, and it is just spam, and you're seeing it in every niche, whether that's, you know, things like dot grid journals. I mean, that's a big one where I see it. People are creating 100 covers for a dot grid journal, and it's just crazy. But over the years, as I've observed this, what I have noticed is that people that tend to do that may make 1 or 2 sales initially, but then the sales stop. And in fact, the books just disappear off the Amazon search lists. And so, you know, it may be that Amazon does know what's going on when someone creates that many books, that it is they're just spamming the system. So that would be a situation that I would avoid creating multiple covers. Now, the third one is the more serious one, because I believe that this could seriously jeopardize your KDP account. And in fact, I do get messages from people that say, look, I've lost my account. You know, why did this happen? Can I get my account back? Well, normally, no, you can't get your account back. Once it's gone, and there's very little you can do. Even you know, emailing KDP support, it's very rare that someone will get their account back. But then I often ask, you know, okay, you know, what did you do? And I get a number of reasons. You know, they've been gaming the system trying to get reviews, or they've used trademarked or copyrighted material. But one of the things I see is people have created numerous copies of this type of book, which I'm about to tell you. And that is what I call probably the medium content books. Those would be the colouring books, the activity books, the puzzle books, the handwriting books. Now, I can appreciate it takes quite a while to create one of these interiors, or, you know, it can cost a bit of money also to outsource this and get one of these interiors created. So it is tempting to say, look, you know, I've spent all this time, or I've spent this money on this one interior. Can I create a few books, you know, with that same interior? This has to be a big no. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example scenario. So you've created this colouring book, and you've created the one cover, and you've uploaded it to Amazon. And you think, okay, I'm going to create more with that same interior, but change the cover. You know, maybe a different design, different colours, that type of thing, to try and get sales and recoup your investment in time and money. The problem arises if somebody buys one of your books, they receive it, enjoy it, you know, do whatever it is, complete the puzzles, the colouring in, and then they go back onto Amazon and they see a book looks different to the one that they've just bought, and they buy that. But when they receive it, they open it and it's exactly the same book. Now you can imagine what's going to happen. 1, they're going to complain to Amazon, and 2, you're probably going to get a negative review. So, you know, in the long run, it will affect sales. but also highlights Amazon to your account, and they're going to investigate. And there's a good possibility that they're going to see that you're creating or you're producing the same book but with different covers, and that doesn't give a good customer experience, and there's a danger you could get your account banned. Now also, when you're uploading those types of books, KDP can sometimes pull you up for duplicate content, and it just puts a flag on your account or just highlights your account, and you may get somebody that's marked your account and it comes up for a review, and they look closely at what you're doing, and if you're doing that type of practice and they see you've published other books like that, again it could lead to a ban of your account. So don't do that, or I wouldn't recommend doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you, it's your account, but these accounts are valuable and they have potential to make you a lot of money, so look after them. Treat them with respect, and treat Amazon respect. Don't try and game the system, and don't try and fool customers, because Amazon's aim has always been to provide a good customer experience, and if you're not providing that, they won't want you on their system. So we've got the three areas. The first is the blank line journal. I'd say yes. Second is the low content books. I'd say yes and no, depending on the type of book. And then we've got three, the medium content, or the puzzle books, colouring books, activity books, that type of thing. For me, that's a definite no. So I hope that explains everything and makes things a bit clearer. So if you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But please make sure you do hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell. And until next time, goodbye.